Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building over at North Farmington High School for the holiday extravaganza. It's been 3 days, and we just had our 5th game, and what a great game it was. It was Ann Arbor Huron versus Birmingham Brother Rice, and I'm sitting here with somebody who says, that's my chair, man. I come sit in the winning chair after that, and he makes it happen. My guy, Coach Rick Palmer. How you doing, man?
Doing great. I'm doing great.
First of all, thank you for inviting me over to your practice, first game of the season. That was so cool to be able to come and just listen to you guys get it going. So take me back from that day first to practice, the 8 games you've been through, and how things have been going and what's happening with the program.
Yeah, our guys just keep continuing to get better and better. We're practiced really hard. You see our depth tonight. We can split up our teams and have 5-on-5 really good players. There's not a lot of high schools that can do that, and I think that's why you see us improving at a rapid level. I wasn't giving coach speak early on when I said I don't know how good we're going to be early. I think guys are just starting to get comfortable. So that's the great note. We had a great start to the year. We just talked about turning the page. Now we're basically, one non-league game left, but basically all league play after the new year. And
then that league play you told me about.
It's tough. It's tough. So, but it's what prepares us for games like this. So our schedule, this was our 3rd straight top 10 team in a row that was undefeated coming into the game. 3rd straight. So UAD, De La Salle, now Huron, and all double-digit wins. So we're playing the right way, but we still got a lot of room to improve. I think you see number 2 tonight starting to get a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, shout out to Elijah Williams.
He's only 8 games or 25 practices in. He wasn't here this summer. He didn't meet any of his teammates till school started. That's why I thought we'd be a little slower out of the blocks, and I didn't think we'd be 8-0, but I still believe our best basketball is going to be in March. I don't think we've rushed to our peak by any means. So I'm excited about our group and how they're doing.
You should be. You're doing a great job. You talk about this league play coming up, man. How do you keep your guys locked in when the gauntlet starts?
It's hard. We've got some experienced guys, so we'll lean on, Luke Salkowski and Chase and Warren, our seniors that play a lot. They've been through it, but it's a grind. So the tough part is, we practice so hard. Our guys practice so hard is saving, playing hard in practice, but then also saving legs. So it's kind of a balance that we got to figure out. As a coach, you just try to feel your team out as it goes. There's no real plan going in, but but in that, it's just one game at a time. You got to turn the page the next day, because you beat someone good on Tuesday or lose on Tuesday, someone's good coming Friday. So you got to get good at just celebrate the win Tuesday, or if you lose, don't reflect too much on the loss, and then just move on and get ready for the next opponent.
I got you. And with that being said, being over here at North Farmington for the holiday extravaganza, what does it mean to come, be in this venue, be in this environment?
Yeah, you just know there's going to be a good opponent. And when we go for these things, I'm not telling the tournament director, I only want to play this game, or no, we want to play whoever.
You ain't ducking that. You ain't ducking no smoke.
That we can play. So there's some coaches that'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Sure.
I'll play anybody anywhere, but not necessarily anytime.
Okay. So what's the difference?
Just when does it make sense? So this year I tried, because of the league that we talked about, we've got 6 of our 7 non-league games already done. So when we get into league play, to just go jump in on a Saturday, and we got St. Mary's on Friday and UAD on Tuesday, let's go play a non-league game on Saturday, that's not best for our kids. And I've learned from that. We've done that in the past, and we just look wore out sometimes. So because of the question you asked me before, that's really one of the changes we try to make this year with that. So but this is a big time environment, and I love the shot clock. I'm a proponent of the shot clock.
Awesome.
And even in a game tonight, you don't think it matters. Down the stretch, we couldn't hold the ball in the last 2 minutes up 10.
Oh, yeah?
The lead went to 20 because we got a couple dunks at the end and got some runouts, and they missed some shots. But in another game, we might, if it's not a shot clock, we might be holding the ball there. And I just think it's such better basketball down the stretch that you still got to play. And they can stay in a zone, and we still got to go execute and go make a play. So I'm a big proponent of the shot clock. I think
people are fundamentally for it, but they look at the logistics of it, financial aspect
the
of
coaches are in favor of it.
Correct.
Like
Via
70%.
poll.
The MHSAA, Mark Ewell actually came out and said, if we get the ADs on board, he's on board. And the ADs are the ones who are on the no, they're as in favor as the coaches are, something like 69, 70%. I think the ADs right now are pretty close the other way.
It's a matter of time.
We just got other states are getting to it. We won't be the last one to go, so we're going to keep pushing for it. The B camp does a good job of pushing for what we need.
Last thing, what you guys doing so well, how do you manage the expectations internally and externally?
This group's pretty, I talk about emotional stability all the time, and this group's the best group of that I've ever been around. So they're really excited for each other. We're not worried after a win. Some guys play well, some guys we're happy. I'm not as worried about that with this group. You see some other really good teams that have taken a loss and now respond. I mean, UAD lost to us, and then they played great ever since. John joked, Pat Donnelly told me we had 2 great days of practice after leading up to St. Mary's. They won. John said thank you every time you see me at De La Salle that we beat them, and I'm sure Huron will be the same way. I'm challenging our guys. Do we need a loss to continue to practice well, or can we be mature enough not to have to take a loss to then take our practices to a whole new level? We had been really good. I don't know that this week was our best week of practice. That's what we just talked about there. We've got to keep continuing to practice better and continue to get better.
Yeah, I appreciate that. One more question. Them some Birmingham Brother Rice Air Force Ones, man?
Yeah, my kids took care of me. This was my birthday gift. We got some orange and white Air Force Ones.
That's nice, man. You're doing good. Any shout outs you want to give?
I want to shout out. I took care of my staff already in one of these, my family. I want to shout out the 5 years of guys who are alums that have played for us and come. This is year 6, but I've had 5 senior nights. We just had our alumni game. That's my favorite day of the year. Vast majority of those, I think it's about 20 guys, managers and players, probably 15 or 16 of them are back, come and hang out at my house after. The guys who couldn't be there are still in contact with. So I want to shout out all the guys who have played for me. We're reaping the benefits of some of the sacrifices they made early on, especially even that first year when we weren't talented enough to compete at the schedule we play at. But they set the tone for what we want to be about, and I'm just sure that they let me still be a part of their life. So
that's awesome when you have those kind of people to do that. Well, always a pleasure. I got a feeling you better get back in this chair a little bit more.
I hope so. I didn't call my shot. I just say I like being in. I like talking to you after because I'm always in a good mood. There's been a couple of times I maybe haven't talked to you after, and I haven't been smiling as wide after one of those. So.
Well, the goal is for us to have a conversation after the game. Let's say it like that.
The ultimate goal is to have the one on the last Saturday of the year.
There's no problem. And if I can't get you then, I'll come back the next day and we'll talk about it.
I'll find you first. You talked to me before we got there. So
that's a good thing. Hey, I appreciate you, man. All right, all the best. Happy New Year. And with that being said, this is Lindsey Housen with SPS. We'll see you next time. Peace.